budgeters, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. And if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Ileana and I am on my debt-free journey trying to pay off over $107,000 in student loans, car loan, and credit cards. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi, welcome back. Today's video, I am closing out my January budget. I know it's a couple days later than what I really wanted to upload. I've been working on trying to upload it by the 1st or the 2nd, but you know, life happens and I just didn't get to do it. So, so I am going to be finishing up my monthly and then putting in my final numbers for my budget of January. So let's just get started because I hope this is not going to be too long, but you never know. So the 25th, I didn't have any bills. Generally, I do. I usually have my student loans, but they've been deferred, and I just found out they've been deferred till September 31st. So I won't have to worry about that. I can focus on my credit cards and then hopefully my Navian student loan, because that's the one right after all my credit cards, but we will see. So for the 25th, I didn't have any bills, but I did buy something. I believe it was groceries because it's from Walmart. And groceries is this green one. I think I got some tomatoes because no, it wasn't tomatoes, it was actually ground beef. I did the Walmart grocery pickup on the past Friday and they didn't have my ground beef, so I had to go to the Walmart neighborhood next door to me and pick them up. So that's what happened. All right. And it was $14.56. And I know I've color coordinated these, but I still have these stickers from Coffee Break Planner, and I just really want to use them up. So I'm going to put a little grocery basket on here just to try to get these done because I really want to use up a lot of my stickers that I have. I have quite a few stickers and I just want to use them up as much as I can. So the 26th didn't have any bills, but I did have something come out. It was from Personal. It's called Klarna. You probably saw it previously. And it's a company that you can buy things from. So I'm getting Klarna. And it was $23.49. All right, here we go. And then I'm gonna use this cute little shopping bag here just to emphasize it was Personal. And then the 27th was Aldi. And I believe that was the food category, which wasn't trying to spend anything in January, but you know, stuff happens. I think I bought a case of soda. So, what can you do? What can you do with the Klondike bar? I don't know why that song is in my head. I haven't seen that commercial in a long time, but for some reason it's in there. So we got this. And since that's my considered food category, I'm gonna put these little cute little stickers. I'm gonna put these cute little stickers of the forks and spoons and knives. And those are the only 3 transactions I had for the rest of the week. So, aside from a bill, so I ran out of these no spend stickers, and I've ordered more from a different shop, but once I get it, I'll show you guys. So I have this one, but I do have some from my coffee break planner that I never finished. So these cute little stickers I had before, so I'm gonna finish using them up. And I'm going to put this no spend sticker here because I did not spend anything, but I did have a bill that was due. It was my Verizon bill, and my Verizon bill was $81.50. If you hear crunching, that's just my cat eating. All right. There we go. And then of course I still have 2 bill stickers left, so I'll use that up eventually. I mean, there's only 2, so I'm sure I can use that up in like the summer months or so. I don't like clashing too much. But so that's all my budget, my monthly layout closeout. Not too bad. I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 days of no spend. That's pretty good. I have to say, that's pretty good. It's always good to have more than 15 days. At least in my opinion. All right, so now we're gonna get to the numbers, the final numbers that we've been all waiting for to see. Now, let me zoom in. Now, when I did my numbers, I did not know if the stimulus check was gonna come in, so I will be putting that in the extra. I did receive that, so paycheck 1, I expected to get $907.91, but I actually got a little bit more. I got $925.11, and in paycheck 2, I got a little bit more as well. $922.04, and then in rollover, I got confused, so I put the wrong amount in. I actually had $170.11. The reason is because the amount here was technically in my account, but it was impending. The $100+ was impending, so that's why I accidentally counted it, but it was taken out in the month of January. I go by, like, if let's say I bought something on the 28th and it's impending and it goes through on like the 1st or the 2nd, I count that towards January instead of February because it just makes more sense because I did buy that product then. So I hope that helps a little. So then I did get $20 from Ebates. And then I also got the stimulus check. So I got $620. Oh, shoot. I'm already messing up, guys. I forgot I had some leftover money from a cash envelope. So I actually had $40 left over. So it was actually $660. My bad. So let me zoom you back out. I want to calculate that for you guys. So that brings me That brings me 925.11 plus 922.04 plus 170.11 plus 660 equals 2677.26. So that is the total amount I had to work with this month, which is quite a lot compared to what I usually have, because I'm pretty low income. Not like the lowest, but pretty low compared to other people in the budgeting community. So yeah, that's how much I had to work with. So let's see for the bills and I'm gonna put actually the income here. I forgot to put the budget in the actual. So the budget was 2152.75 and the actual came out to be 2677.26. So that's how much. And then I'm going to zoom in so you can see me filling out the bills and expenses. All right, so Navient 137, that doesn't change. And then JetBlue, I did not put anything towards JetBlue because the $32 payment that I usually make every month, I paid in December. And this month I was able to pay off my JetBlue credit card, so I didn't make the minimum payment. I paid all the extra to get it paid off and done with, especially since I got the stimulus check, so I didn't make the minimum payment. Then we have CarMax, 307.19. Then we had Target was the same. Then LCEC was budgeted 130, but it actually came out to be $110.24. And then subscriptions was 50. Geico was budgeted 94, but it actually came out to be 97.94. Merrick was 43. Although I did put some leftover money from the stimulus check onto here, I actually put that amount into the debt snowball just so I don't confuse myself. Then we had water. I budgeted not 100. It actually came out to be 99.65. And then we had Verizon. I budgeted 78, but it actually came out to be 81.50. And then Amazon, we all know this little. So I'm going to add all this up so we can see what my actual amount came out to be. So it actually came out to be, instead of $1,028.53, it actually came out to be $983.86. Which is always good to have it a little bit lower. Let me zoom you in a little bit more. All right, so my cash and envelopes. So my groceries were a little bit, I say a little bit, but it's probably a lot more for some people. I usually budget 200, but it actually came out to be $242.99. And then gas came out to be, I usually budget 40. I actually almost used up all my 40. It actually came out to be $38.75. And then the best one of all, the debt snowball. I budgeted $313, but thanks to the stimulus check and my Ebates, and a couple of other leftovers and everything, this is actually a combination of this plus the stimulus and the $20. It actually came out to be $1,012.77. And then I budgeted my sinking funds to be $150, but it actually came out to be $100, which it's okay. Usually I've been putting $75. And then savings, I budgeted $50, but I only put $20. I'm like really determined to pay off my credit card, so give and take, but at least I put something into my savings. Personal, I budgeted $100, but it was more. It was $148.09, almost $150, $50 over. And then for food, I'm very proud of myself. Usually I put 100 and I usually go way over, but this month I only spent $42.64. Yeah. I'm very proud of myself on that one. And then we had the challenges, and that came out to be $95 for all 4 weeks. So let me calculate this for you guys. So we had two. So it came out, wow, it came out to be more than my bills and expenses, $1,724. Wow. Thank you, stimulus. Whew. I'm so happy with that. So let me put these in. Let me zoom you out again. All right. So I'm going to subtract now. I gotta be quick about it because my phone is at 10% now, so. And then. Okay, so I'm going to do the calculation for this. So I'm just going to show you this part because I don't want to take this out of frame. So it was $2152.75 minus $1,028.53 minus $953 equals, if I would have had my budgeted amount, I would have had left over $171.22. That's if I didn't have this actual. Now for the actual, $26.77, 26 minus I put them backwards. Why did you guys say anything to me? I put my bills and expenses, my cash envelope total where my bills and expenses should be, and my cash envelope, my bills and expenses where my cash envelope should be. Well, you know what? They're at least in the right column, so I'll just do a little arrow. That way I know for future if I need to come back to this. So I'm just going to continue. So 2677.26 minus 1,724 cents minus 983.86. And the grand total is negative 684. How is that possible? Let me redo this. 2677.26 minus 1,724 minus 983.86. Okay, so I had a negative 684. Where? I do not know, but that is what the numbers are telling me. So I did terribly, but you know what? It wasn't that much over, so I mean, it was only negative 684, so I guess it's not too bad. Wish you could see my face. I'm gonna have to change up my budgeting style because it makes it look like I'm actually negative, but I was not negative. I had at least $1 and change. So I don't know where I went wrong with my numbers, but that's what the numbers say. So we'll have to go with it. Well, it wasn't 0% like I wanted, 0, but at least I was able to pay off my credit card. So there is always that. So now that we're closing things out, I'm gonna put these numbers in here to finish it up and then total it up so we can see what I ended with in January. So I'll be right back. All right, so I totaled this all up. Let me zoom you in some more. And I'm gonna total this whole end of the month balance, see what we get. And the grand total is $446. So I am almost at $500 in my sinking funds. Can you guys believe that? And remember, sinking funds are just another way of having a savings account. We're just saving for certain items or categories, as you want to say. Well, that was it. That was the end of my sinking funds. And before we go and I say goodbye to you, I want to see how much I had left in my cash envelopes. So, because I want to have them nice and fresh for February. So, looks like I only had money in food and personal. So, I had $2 in personal as well as some change. And then food, I had $25. I did not spend anything on in the cash portion. So let me get my little savings categories. So here's my one challenge envelope, my debt, and my $5 challenge envelope, because I finally get to put a 5 in this one. Finally get to put a 5. And then these 10 here, I'm gonna put in my debt envelope. So now I have $30, which I will be taking to the bank, and I will be putting towards my merit card. So excited. Yay. And then I had $2 left, 2 Washingtons in here. And I'm gonna put it here in my dollar challenge. And this is gonna be going into my coin envelope. So let me fill this out before I forget. Okay. All right, so before I forget, we had, we'll call this, I'll just call this week 3 for myself. It's not really week 3, but I'll just call it week 3. And it is 2/5/21, and I put in $2. And then the $5 savings, I finally got something. And I put $5 in. Better than nothing, better than nothing. I thought I was gonna have to get rid of this category, but I got it. So that is all set, and my cash envelopes, my challenges are all set for that. And we will see what February brings us with these challenges. And the $30 is going into merit card. So I'm so excited about that. So I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to join my YouTube family, please subscribe. I would love for you guys to follow me on my journey. I'm trying to make it as short as possible, but you know, life happens sometimes. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.